If you wanted to pick up dinner on the way home in the early 1990s, your options were rigid. You were likely buying something dropped in a deep fryer, pulled out bubbling with hot oil, and handed to you in a greasy paper bag. In August 1991, a new kind of restaurant opened in Coral Springs, Florida. It positioned itself as the direct antidote to that heavy, fried food status quo, offering a home-style, health-conscious alternative. Country music superstar Kenny Rogers served as a highly visible co-founder, lending his universally trusted, family-friendly persona directly to the brand. The operational engine came from his business partner, former Kentucky Governor John Y. Brown Jr. Brown knew exactly how to scale a poultry empire. He was the executive who had previously bought a small regional chain from founder Harlan Sanders and built Kentucky Fried Chicken into a global powerhouse. Together, they launched Kenny Rogers Roasters. The core product was whole chickens marinated in citrus and spices, slowly turning over a wood-fired rotisserie. The cooking process allowed the fat to drip away, letting them aggressively market the meals as having less fat, less salt, and fewer calories. The concept explosively expanded. They rapidly built out over 350 locations, reaching a level of cultural saturation so high that a glowing neon Kenny Rogers Roaster sign became the central plot point of an iconic 1996 episode of Seinfeld. They had achieved national name recognition and rapid expansion in just a few short years. Yet today, if you look for a Kenny Rogers Roasters in the United States, you will find exactly zero. The rapid rise of Kenny Rogers Roasters immediately attracted heavy fire. Boston Chicken, which later became Boston Market, was expanding rapidly in the exact same home-style niche. At the same time, Brown's former company, KFC, launched its own rotisserie gold line to protect its market share. The fatal blow to the American rotisserie restaurant came directly from the local supermarket. Grocery stores realized they could install their own commercial rotisserie ovens right in the deli department. This chart shows how commoditization destroyed the market. Supermarkets priced birds as loss leaders to sell higher-margin groceries. Dedicated rotisserie franchises couldn't compete. As the price gap widened, standalone restaurants saw their operating margins evaporate against cheap groceries. The financial unraveling was swift. Kenny Rogers Roasters filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in early 1998. A year later, the Nathan's famous hot dog chain bought the remnants for just over $1 million, leading to a quiet, steady boarding up of American storefronts. The brand languished as a secondary menu item at Nathan's locations until 2008, when the remaining rights were sold off completely. The buyer was Roasters Asia Pacific, a subsidiary of the Malaysian conglomerate Berjaya Group. The American market absorbed the rotisserie chickens so thoroughly that a dedicated storefront became economically impossible. To survive, the brand had to abandon its home. Under Asian ownership, Kenny Rogers Roasters traded the American highway for the bustling urban environments of Southeast Asia. To make this work, the new operators completely abandoned the drive-thru window and the grab-and-go takeout model that defined the United States operations. Instead, they integrated the brand into the region's massive multi-level megamalls. In this environment, a trip to the mall functions as a destination family event, where dining is treated as a deliberate sit-down experience. The food was translated into a mid-casual dining atmosphere. The paper bags and cardboard boxes were replaced by real ceramic plates and stainless cutlery. The roasted chicken remained, now served alongside signature homemade muffins, fresh salads, and hot side dishes meant to be enjoyed at a table. They stripped away the context of an American pit stop and replaced it with a comfortable, full-service environment. The operators secured the brand's future by entirely reinventing how and where the food was consumed. Today, the Philippine market operates robust online ordering and delivery systems, regularly updating their menus to align with regional tastes and modern health-conscious eating habits. In Malaysia, the Berjaya Group actively manages dozens of active locations. They treat Kenny Rogers Roasters as a highly valuable corporate asset within their food and beverage portfolio. To remain profitable in a highly competitive regional market, Berjaya actively consolidates operations, closing underperforming stores to optimize resources and keep the overall brand healthy. A brand can fail entirely in the market that created it, yet achieve enduring success if local operators are willing to shed its original identity and perform deep structural cultural adaptation.